Right, so welcome back to Minecraft. I'll do a short intro chat of what we're going to be up to Minecraft wise, and then I think quite a lot of this video is going to be taken up with me talking about what's going on with the channel and various other things. So where did I leave it? We've resolved the roofing issue. I upgraded the terrible looking granite chimney to brick. I found loads of clay that we spotted in the bottom of the lake. I still haven't got around to actually getting any animals. Yeah, I think everything else that I've been working on is down here. So, for the more observational of you, this has changed a lot in that I didn't go anywhere near as far down as I used to. And that was because, as with everything, I over-engineered it compared to the other people. So everyone else has a single minecart track that they go up or down on by dropping a minecart on, hopping in and going. My brain went, oh, but if someone's coming the other way, what happens? We need two tracks, one for each way. And then it was, we'll get a bit of cactus, put this here, so that the track hits it, oh sorry, the cart hits it, pops itself off, goes down into that hopper, disappears under a little system under there, and you can pop that button for a minecart, and then pop that button to go. So I've used twice as much track as everyone else. Need a bit of cactus that nobody's been able to find yet on the server, because nobody's found a badlands or a desert or whatever else they spawn in. And you have this monstrosity down here to make it all function. So yeah. Simple was not my solution. There was something down the bottom of the mines to show. So I'll just do that quickly. So I haven't done any more of the digging where we were hunting for lava, because that's still down here, wasn't it? That was what I was going to do a bit of a video on when I get bored during the week and want to record something. We have, however, dug a side room off of here, which we found some niceties in, and started the construction of the nether portal. So you've got the bottom layer of obsidian in there. Got where the top layer is going to go. I just haven't got round to... And we got the water that I used to... I was going to say freeze. Freeze isn't the word. To convert the lava blocks to obsidian. I just haven't carted enough lava here yet. I was waiting for when we discover the lava thing down that route that we were looking for, so I don't have to keep going up to the surface to find some. But anyway, we'll jump on the minecart. We have to make sure we go on the left-hand side track, because the right-hand side one I haven't got enough track to have completed yet, so it would stop halfway. It's also technically the return path, so why would I go on it anyway, right? In we get. I spent far too long trying to make it so that when you push that button, these went live. There was a delay long enough so that they deactivated again, and then this popped out, because then what you could do is permanently have a cart sat here, and you just hit that button and it fires the existing cart off down the track, delays, spawns a new one that then doesn't immediately go firing off down the track. But I just couldn't get the delays long enough. No matter how many repeaters I added, it was just like, nope, no, just no, not going longer. So we've got the 2-button solution of the accelerator track is normally off, and you have to hit that button to go. So this doesn't quite go to the room I showed previously, because Chadman decided he didn't like my terminus room, and that he would dig his own one directly below it, which made it exceedingly difficult for me to get to, because I couldn't really dig down through his ceiling. It also offset it just enough to be irritating. So you'll see us take a sharp turn and the end of the tunnel disappear part way towards the end. But yes, so channel stuff while we're riding on this. So I put up a poll a while ago asking what people thought would be the best thing for me to invest the next round of channel income in. I think option 1 was a... What was option 1? I think option 1 was a 4K HD capture card. Option 2 was a VR headset. And option 3 was a better webcam for live streams. Although I quite heavily... Oh, you see me run out of tracker. I quite heavily was like, boo, because I don't massively enjoy using the webcam to begin with, and I think the quality on it is quite sufficient for what I use it for. And also, going down that route, you then end up spending lots on lighting, and yeah, it's a money sink. The 4K capture card won massively. I then actually looked into it properly, and the requirements on Elgato's new 4K capture card, which is the one I would go for because of the features it offers, and like, this is an Elgato 1080p capture card, were so ridiculous that even my gaming PC doesn't really fully meet the requirements. Like, you need a top tier gaming PC with the latest generation NVIDIA card to meet their requirements for the capture PC. At the moment, my capture PC is basically my previous gaming PC with the capture card in. You know, it doesn't need to be a massively amazing. So for that requirement jump, it was just like, yeah, that's not happening. That's you know, almost a 10 times increase in the cost of the system requirements. Yeah, my track kind of ends at the moment. So unfortunately that upgrade can't happen. I'll just pause my discussion for channel stuff while I go over this. So this is my route. At the moment I'm going to have over here another end version of what I've got at the other end with the 2 buttons and the cactus and the self-delivery. But Chad's solution for now is grab your own minecart. Over here we have the route to Chadman's. Over here we have the route to French Monks. And over here we apparently have the route to Aztears, but I didn't think he'd actually played on it too much. You can tell the track bit's not done, but that tunnel goes somewhere. Bearing in mind it might be a big load of nothing, I'm not going to go down that route because that would be really dull for you. We'll go investigate what Chad's been up to, because I'd have a vague idea of what he's been doing, because I have been there before. Right, so yes, so capture card is out. Then I started looking into the VR. I've got the hardware to support the VR. I can afford the VR. I was going to get the Oculus S, because as much as I might like the Index, it's a lot of money. The problem was space. Now, the room I'm in is physically big enough. The problem is the orientation of my desk at the moment is such so that behind me is blue wall so that I can green screen out everything. And I'm also on the same wall in line with the cupboard that the PCs are hidden in, so the cables just run a little bit along it and then come up onto the desk. That leaves me pretty much in the middle of the room with the desk, because it's a corner desk. So I don't have enough room to actually stand up and do VR. Any combination of moving the desk around either means there's still not enough room for the VR, or if you get enough room for the VR, there's now not a blue wall behind me. Or worse, there's the door behind me, which means my wife would constantly be going, "Oh crap, you're streaming," and then shutting the door again. Anyone who saw me back at the old house will have seen that a few times, as she tried sneaking into the room terribly on camera a few times. That got vetoed. Wife veto. And the only other place that would work is the opposite corner of the room, and I don't fancy trying to get sort of 6 to 8 meter cables for all of my audio and video and power that will not give me desync issues. So VR's kind of out as well. That is why I don't like this system, Chad. Ah. This is why you need an auto-destructor. So yes. So all three of my options in my poll are not particularly feasible. Which is kind of problematic, really. Seriously, you need another bit of ladder. Nice little house he's got, though. I'm not sure you're meant to have a walk-in fireplace. Very much what that looks like. Like, here, come in, kill the bird. He's got an anvil, though. That's cool. Probably invest in things like that. Outside, he's got this sort of fenced off area. You can see he's clearly been busy. There's his murderous sheep pen where he loves to slaughter all the animals. Night time? Oh, what's up on his roof? His roof. We'll try using the bed, see if we can turn it to daytime, if it's not already. Nope. It's just dark enough for a skeleton to be there. He's obviously picked the great biome. So I'm not going to go running out there to show you the next thing until I can rest, really. We'll stand inside for a bit while I carry on talking. So yes, so VR headset's kind of off the table. So the next bit of hardware I started looking at was, what's it called? It's called Go XLR, I believe. The version out at the moment, it's 4 sliders for your sound control, and then it's got a load of extra stuff like voice changer and sample board and the crap that I definitely wouldn't want or use. They're bringing out a mini version of it in November, which is like half the price. That is just the 4 sound sliders and all of the connections from my microphone, my gaming PC, my streaming PC, any external source. All of the things I would need to be able to fully balance the volumes properly so that we don't have the issue we have in a lot of games where something's too loud. I don't realize because my volume isn't the same as your volume because you're on a different PC, and I have to rebalance that in editing and all those fun sound issues. And because everything would be going through this one box, it'd all be one single sound layer. So I'd have full live control over it. You'd set it up to monitor so you hear yourself talking as well. So my voice to the game volume should always be balanced, and I can tweak it on the fly. So I think that's what I'm going to end up investing in. It doesn't come out till November. But that's where stuff's going to go. I'm sure there will be some lovely setup problems with it. So there will be a few live streams where people who are very helpful can please give me some feedback to help set that up correctly. That's the music for nearly nighttime. So with it nearly becoming nighttime, I'll get on to the idea I've got for content for the channel. So I'm not really enjoying Total War 3 Kingdoms. I didn't particularly enjoy Thrones of Britannia. They're all just very similar reskins of the same. Like Rome 2 was a complete refresh. They redid a huge amount, and it had a lot of problems at launch, which represented that. Attila was them taking it down a very, very dark path. It felt and played very differently, even though the units were very similar. everything after that has pretty much, including the DLCs for those two games, has pretty much just been more of the same. It's the same units in the same compositions. It reskinned with. Now I like a lot of the campaign map changes they've been making, but the actual fighting just doesn't feel like it's getting any real progression. Ignoring Warhammer, the whole Warhammer side I'm treating separately. That stuff's good, but yeah, Three Kingdoms Heroes thing, not enjoying. They've announced Troy. It was leaked, but so we knew about it. But that's, to me, just sounds like it's going to be Three Kingdoms, overpowered heroes, set in Greece or Anatolia, whatever you want to call it, the Mediterranean. So I'm not particularly thinking I'm going to enjoy that one either. So what I've been looking into is going back to the Total War I do enjoy, which is Empire and Napoleon. Now, Empire, unfortunately, despite having the better map, was the one that came first out of the two and is rather buggy. To the point where the last campaign I did in it, I actually reached a point where if I fought a certain battle against a certain army, it blue screened of death every single time. So I kind of ruled that one out. I went for Napoleon. I haven't done the British in any of my plays for Total War yet. I've been kind of saving them for a special thing. So that's where I'm going to be going. Now, to make it more interesting, / more difficult for me, and more amusing for you, what I'm planning is basically Wellington's army and Nelson's navy I will control and do what I like with. And any sort of garrison or blockade forces that are completely uninteresting to deal with will also be solely on me. All of the other armies, I want to assign to one or more people that are donators or long-term subscribers that have chat regularly in the chat and are willing to come into Discord just for a chat channel. And this is the bit I haven't worked out. So some of the games work in months. I can't remember how Napoleon works. I think it's early and late seasons. I think it's like early spring, late spring. I need to look into that. But say for the year worth of in-game time, they set a goal for the army they're in control of to say, I don't know, invade northern Spain. And I have to try and achieve that. Obviously, that's massively open to trolling with someone going, yeah, go invade Paris with one army on its own. So it will be tempered somewhat to filter out ridiculousness. But I want to go down that route. There will be a backup from the usual mob, filling in any gaps for people who don't, submit their orders of the year. So that's the plan. Hopefully some people will be interested in that. I know I spoke to the Twitch subscribers already in their Twitch subscriber channel on the Discord, and they seemed up for it, taking control of an army. Hopefully some of the other guys who are more interested in Total War will be up for it as well. I know Supernova was pretty interested in getting involved. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Austin in chat on the Twitch, on the live stream, has said, oh, that's going to go really well. That's the point. Napoleon, I don't usually struggle too much with it at all, really. I mean, if you put it up to max difficulty, then the artificial buffs do make it difficult, and the campaign can get away from you if someone snowballs. But I'm pretty confident in my capabilities at Napoleon Total War that fighting with from a disadvantaged position, for most of the cases, I should be able to at least achieve something interesting, even if not world domination. And of course, because I control Nelson and Wellington, I should be able to support things that do need support, just maybe not all at the same time. Also, to incentivize people, I think what I'll do is I'll keep track of each army's not progression. What's the word I'm thinking of? Their stats. You know, how many kills, deaths, territory captures they achieved, and at the end of each year, do like a little summary bit at the end of one of the videos that says, you know, this was the order, this is what where they went and what they achieved. This commander came out on top, and almost rank people for how well it went to try and incentivize people picking things that are doable. I may even throw in some of the old, here's some game keys for the top performer, because I do have quite a few games to give away, and I'm looking at investing in the Humble Bundle, which will mean I'll end up with a load of duplicates. So there may be free games in it for people who are wanting to get involved. I'm a bit reluctant to say that's 100% going to happen, just because then people might get upset that I don't use their army in the optimal way to farm them points for getting stuff. You know, I may put a bit more discretion in it. Someone's clicked the Discord link in the description and it's expired. Excellent. So I need to upgrade my Discord link. So what I'll do is you should be able to go to my Twitch channel and find a link to Discord there. You should be able to find it on the bottom of my YouTube videos. Of course, according to Austin, I need to update that one. I will do that as soon as I can. Scumby's in the Twitch. You might be able to invite people. Let me quickly do a link now. I'm gonna have to row this boat around the other side again, aren't I? Because I'm the wrong side of his dock now. Yep. Expire never. Generate link. Copy. And here come the skeletons. Right. Just put the Discord link in chat for the live stream at the moment. I will go around and update my various descriptions and things. I'm not going to go through every video that's got that description link because, yeah, that would take a while. But all of the recent ones will get that updated. So, yes, whilst I've been talking completely about a different game, we've rode around the starts of Chadman's Mega Pyramid. I mean, filling the inside of that in such a way that it stays lit so that he doesn't get things spawning in there is going to be fun for him. I speak from experience. I've built a Mega Pyramid about that size before on a previous server. You end up with torches every couple of layers. Yep, Winter K's in chat. So yes, so obviously towards the start of the series for the Napoleon thing, there's going to be less armies available and navies available because just they're not built yet. So I suspect what you'll end up with to begin with is a war council where majority rules. Let's go investigate what those torches are. You know, everyone puts in a vote. The one that comes out on top is what gets acted upon. And as more armies become available, maybe we won't go over there. I'll go turn it to daytime. As more armies become available, that can start getting whittled down with people getting assigned to them. I will be offering priority to people who support the channel. So anyone who's donated to, what was it I used? I can't remember. I think it was a tip jar thing. Historically, anyone who's subscribed on my Twitch channel previously. There's a Patreon, which got set up and never really used. So anyone that's ever become a thing on that. And YouTube's got some new features. I think they're called memberships, which is the same as a Twitch subscriber. So those are all 100% get an invite, and then at my own discretion, anyone who's been a long-term member of the channel and contribute a lot will go back, going back a long way, you know, just they'll get thrown in as well if they wish. They will have to be in the Discord though. There is a channel in the Discord called Access Requests. If you want to hop in the Access Request channel and just put Napoleon, please, I will sort out a channel and get everybody in on that. I would say he's had a large tree there recently. Creepers everywhere. Yeah, I'm going to evacuate Chad's space before I end up getting it blown up. Yep, so looking at chat, Scribbles, you subscribe to the Twitch. Yep, so you're more than welcome if you follow the Discord link and just post in the Access Requests channel. I have to keep looking at the name. I will sort that out for you. Scumby's obviously been around since year dot. Winter's obviously a regular, so is Lunar Dusk. I would, you know, YouTube gives me all the information of when you subscribed and how often you comment, so I can look into all of that kind of information. I'll make a judgment call based on it. The main thing I'm not sure on about at the moment is the time period. In that, you know, how long does an order stand for? What is a reasonable amount of time for me to try and carry out someone's order? And how many episodes is that? I suspect I'll have to do it off of in-game dates, so the number of episodes may vary, because obviously if there's lots of fights going on, you don't get many in-game years out of your episodes, whereas if there's no fights going on, you can get a lot of years very quickly. The other bit I forgot to mention entirely is I'm not intending to use vanilla Napoleon. I am fully intending to use NTW3 mod, which is one that you have seen before. I believe I did a France playthrough with it for a while. That was using version 4. They're up to version, I think it's 8.6. But it really slows down the fighting. It makes things a lot more lethal. I think it, like, you have fog of war, and you need to basically use light cavalry to go scout and find the enemy. I do remember there used to be a bug with it, or I mean, it's mostly a multiplayer mod. There used to be a bug with it where the enemy would spawn as a giant blob and have to sort of form themselves out at the start. I think one of the more recent major versions has fixed that and sort of focused on the single-player campaign side of things. So hopefully that is gone. If it has not, then what I will do is I will just sort of deploy my forces and then stand and wait for as long as is required for the enemy army to form up before the battle starts. In terms of the video, that will be done at, you know, massively, rapidly accelerated speed, so you don't have to sit and watch it. Right, let's go check out French Monk Space. Oh, I've already got mine cut. Let's jump back to chat quickly while this is going. Wintercase says he needs to try that mod. It's a bit of an annoying mod to install. You basically need a fresh install of Napoleon. Then you have to load it up so that it does its initial setup, like the base game. Then you download NTW3 Core and install that first. Then NTW3 Maps, because they have some custom maps. Then NTW3 Themes, because they redo all of the music and all of the graphics. Then you need to go and get whatever their latest patch is. I mean, if you follow the instructions on, I think it's on ModDB, it tells you everything you need to do to get it working. Wow, French, you really went up and down with this thing, didn't you? Like a roller coaster ride. Winter says, have they not put it in the workshop? I don't know if Napoleon supports the workshop fully. Or if it lets them do what they want to do. I didn't see any mention of it when I was looking on their forums, and they're usually pretty good about that sort of thing. So I would guess possibly no, it doesn't go through the workshop. I mean, I managed it in 10 minutes this morning. Most of the time taken is downloading. They're pretty self-explanatory. It comes with installers. It's like double-click the executable, point it at the Napoleon Total War directory. Off it goes. Get the next one. Off it goes. Get the next one. Off it goes. Then finally load it up and away you go. Right, we've arrived at Station Monk. He's well, that backfired a little bit. Okay. That's just impressive. I mean, you walk out of the station to that. Got like a proper little drawbridgey type thing. Is that mossy? What block is that? He's got mossy cobblestone. He's got like a weird little banner. Why did he even get that? The hell are those? A set of stairs to nowhere? I guess seating maybe? Got a clutch of chickens. Double fire. Oh, he's using barrels for storage. That's kind of cool. I've not seen those before. I can hear his parrot somewhere. Got a nice use of logs alongside the planks, whereas I just went planks for everything. There's the parrots. Better not let them escape. I think. That's a really nice room. Somebody has spent a lot more time on this than I have. We'll go that way in a minute. Ooh, unprotected stairs. More Joffreys die this way than any other. Top of his guard towery type thing. I'm guessing he's a jungle biome by the look of it. Ow. Oh, that's the block that was on the bridge. It's the logs. It's the type of wood he's got in the area is a different colour to what I'm used to. Oh, he's got himself a spell book thing, or enchanting book, whatever, from the library. I won't mess with it because I'm not sure how those work. I don't want to break anything. You know, steal spells that he's been working on for who knows how long. Little garden patch. Turtles. I steal the eggs. Cool. Stole a load of eggs. Might help me get my own chicken farm started, because I think if you throw them, there's a chance they turn into a chicken. Total egg bandit. Let me just have a quick drop into chat for a second. Somebody spends all of their time watching me play Shogun 2. Oh man, I miss Shogun 2. Like, actually, I don't like base game Shogun 2 at all. I think it's dull and boring and all the factions are basically the same. All of the Samurai, however, love it. Those Kisho Ninja strolling up to their fort, climbing up the wall, grenading the hell out of everybody. Yeah. He's got a water facing room. I mean, it could be a dungeon. Hey, Easy Ginger. Man, he likes his impressive tall rooms, doesn't he? This is just going to be at the top of a tower, I think. My biggest problem with Shogun 2 is the map. It suffers the exact opposite problem of my issues with the map that China has. So my issues with Japan as a map is it's long and skinny, and you don't really have many options on where to go. It's kind of, that guy's in front of me. I've got to go right through him to get to the next guy. Whereas China's just like, I'm a giant amorphous blob. You can't protect anywhere because there are 0 choke points. Have fun. Can I climb these? No. He's just got weird skinny bamboo trees. And he's got a nether portal. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. What I'm more surprised about is that it's open like that. Because things can come through them. I normally have a sticky piston style iris from Stargate on them. Although, I don't think we found what we need to get sticky pistons yet, so... Well, French monks think very impressive. He's obviously spent a lot of time on that. Prepare for the roller coaster. I wouldn't be surprised if this route doesn't make some people motion sick, because some people get motion sick at the slightest hint. So yeah, so that's my plans for the channel going forwards. So all of the hardware plans I had got scrapped. Trying to improve the sound audio quality is the new goal. So that any revenue I get from ads and whatever, and any donations, all of that all goes to that. Hopefully it will sound better, and even if the actual sound isn't better, my ability to control the volume balance so you can always hear things clearly and cleanly will significantly improve. So at least that's something. Scribble says it'd be cool to get a Total World War game. The problem with that is Total War works on blocks of infantry. You know, you've effectively got a rectangle fighting a rectangle. World War II definitely wasn't like that. World War One, maybe, right? And a few instances would work like that, but you'd have to be pretty abstract about it, and like, I don't even know how you deal with trenches, and I'm not convinced it would work. Okay, so for the guys on YouTube, like, watching this back later, I'm about to start the walk to Asdir's base. If it turns out that absolutely nothing exists, and this is a boring ass walk, and I don't say anything interesting that I feel is relevant along the way, I expect the video to cut about now. You may get snippets of useful discussion if some comes up. The guys in stream, we're going in. And immediately hitting water, that's always a good sign. Oh, Christ. What is this? Has Chad made Aztir like a water entrance or something? I mean, I know he's a Norwegian Viking, but... Oh, okay. I know what this is. This is Chad's secret water entrance. Marked by two roses and 3 torches randomly on the sea edge. I didn't think Aztir had particularly been active on the server for solo stuff, so that's not at all surprising. Like, why, what is even that all about? Never mind. We tried. Right, I think that is probably a good time to bring Minecraft to an end and move on to one of the other games.